Hi Brainbox, welcome to this new episode where we will tackle yet another word problem, the age problems. But before we continue, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to keep you posted for more review topics. You can also avail of our CSE books and other reviewers. Just click the link to our shop in the caption below. For this video, we'll be talking about age problems. Recall that in doing word problems, we have the 3 R's and the ESP technique. The first R is when we read the whole problem thoroughly. The second R is we represent our unknown through a variable. The last R is relating the variables to each other and the given values from what we have read from the problem. On the other hand, E is for putting these variables into an equation using the facts from the problem. Then we now solve this equation. Lastly, we prove and check if our answers match everything described in the problem. Now that we have recalled this 3 R's and the ESP technique, we move on to discussing the age problems. In these problems, it is very important to remember that ages change at the same time. For example, if 2 people are considered and 5 years have passed from now on, at that specific point of time, they are both 5 years older. For example, Ed and Ryan are considered and they are now 18 and 15, respectively. After 3 years they will be both 3 years older. That is, Ed will be 21 years old while Ryan will be 18 years old. We have tips and tricks to approach these problems. First, we will use tables to show the persons involved as well as their ages in different parts of the problem. Second, we will assign a variable to represent a person's age in the present time frame. And lastly, we will use the first letter of the names of the people involved as the variable to avoid confusion. And with these, age problems will just be a breeze to you. Now let's apply these in this example. Alan is 3 years older than Paolo today. The sum of their ages 5 years ago is 27. What are their ages? By analyzing the problem, we know 2 things. First, Alan is 3 years older than Paolo. And second, 5 years ago, the sum of their ages was 27. Next, we represent Alan and Paolo's age. Using the tips we have discussed, we will use P to represent Paolo's age. Since Alan is 3 years older than Paolo, then Alan's age is represented as P plus 3. Also, we will use a table for this step to easily show their ages at present and 5 years ago. Note that the present ages of Alan and Paolo were only subtracted with 5 under the past column to show that 5 years ago they had these ages. Next, we related these ages of Alan and Paolo according to the second inference we have under the read stage. It says that 5 years ago, the sum of their ages was 27. Hence, when we add the past ages of Alan and Paolo, we get 27. This results to our equation, P plus 3 minus 5 plus P minus 5 equals 27. We now move on to solving this equation. From here, we get the value of P equals 17. Since Alan's current age is P plus 3, his age is 20. Thus, currently, Paolo is 17 years old while Alan is 20 years old. Lastly, we prove and check this answer by looking at the sum of their past ages if it is equal to 27. If Paolo is 17 years old and Alan is 20 years old at present, they were 12 and 15 years olds, respectively, 5 years ago. The sum of 12 and 15 is indeed 27. Hence our answer is correct. Since we have thoroughly discussed age problems, let us try to expound our knowledge by answering this practice set. You have 1 minute to answer each item. Good luck! Number 1. Marilu is 32 years older than her daughter, Caroline. If the sum of their ages is 64, how old are they? Timer starts now. Time is up. Caroline is 16 years old while Marilou is 48 years old. Reading the problem, we know two things. First, Marilou is 32 years older than Caroline. And second, the sum of their ages is 64. We then represent their ages with variables. We let C be Caroline's age and C plus 32 be Marilou's age. We can then relate their ages by the second point given in the problem. The sum of Caroline and Marilou's age is 64. From this we arrive at this equation. Please note that we do not need to provide a table since only the current age of the two persons involved are discussed. After solving this equation, we arrive at C equals 16, which is Caroline's age. From her we get Marilou's age, which is C plus 32 equals 16 plus 32 equals 48. Therefore, our answer is that Caroline is 16 years old while Marilou is 48 years old. Since the sum of 16 and 48 is 64, which satisfies the condition given in the problem. Therefore, our answer is correct. Number 2. Sarah is 7 years older than her sister, Katerina. 2 years from now, the sum of their ages is 53. What is Katerina's age 2 years from now? Timer starts now. Time is up. Katerina will be 23 years old in 2 years' time. From the problem, we have two inferences. First, is Sarah being 7 years older than Katerina. Second, 2 years from now, the sum of their ages is 53. We will represent Katerina's present age as K and Sarah's present age as K plus 7. We now fill the table as shown. Remember that in order to get their age 2 years from now, we just add 2 to their current age. Now we relate their ages using the second inference we got. 2 years from now, the sum of their ages is 53. Therefore, our equation should be K plus 7 plus 2 plus K plus 2 equals 53. Solving this equation we get K equals 21 and Sarah's age is currently 28. We're not done yet. Remember that the problem asks about Katerina's age 2 years from now. Therefore, we should add 2 to her current. Therefore, our answer is Katerina will be 23 years old in 2 years' time. Time to prove our answer. At present, Sarah is 28 years old while Katerina is 21 years old. Sarah and Katerina's age 2 years from now is 30 and 23 years old, respectively. The sum of these ages is 53, which satisfies the condition in the problem. Therefore, our answer is correct. Down to our last item. Cherubim is twice as old as Tiffany. 3 years from now, Tiffany will be 7 years younger than Cherubim. How old are they at the present? Timer starts now. Time is up. Cherubim is currently 14 years old while Tiffany is 7 years old. From this problem, we know two things. Cherubim is twice as old as Tiffany, and 3 years from now, Tiffany will be 7 years older than Cherubim. We will represent Tiffany's age as T. On the other hand, since Cherubim is twice as old as Tiffany, Cherubim's age will be 2T. We then form this table. Note that we just add 3 to their respective ages when we compute their ages 3 years from now. This is shown in this table. Next, we relate their ages accordingly as described in the problem. From our second inference, we know that in 3 years, Tiffany will be 7 years younger than Cherubim's future age. This implies that when we subtract 7 from Cherubim's future age, this will be equal to Tiffany's future age. Since we now know that T equals 7, we can now solve for Cherubim's current age, which is 2T equals 2 times 7 equals 14. From these, Cherubim is currently 14 years old while Tiffany is 7 years old. To prove our answer, we need to look back again whether our answer meets the given conditions in the problem. 3 years from now, Cherubim will be 17 years old while Tiffany will be 10 years old. At this point in the future, Tiffany will be 7 years younger than Cherubim. This satisfies the condition in our problem, hence our answer is correct. That's a wrap. Share this video for others to learn too. If you want to learn more, you can avail of our CSE books and other reviewers. Just click the link to our shop in the caption below. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.